Hello divas and dollies, here I am with another little dolly video, and as you can see here, I've got the My Scene little reboot doll here, and we have Miss Jai. I'm really happy to get this doll. I've been wanting her ever since she released, but I was not about to pay the high price tag. I believe they retailed for, I think, like $40-ish or around like 36, and I personally just couldn't justify it. And I really wanted Miss Jai in particular because My Scene only released I think maybe 1 or 2 variants of that doll ever, and then never used her again until now. And I really love this outfit that she's wearing because it's, I think, inspired off of a Brandy 17 cover from back in the day, off of an outfit that she wore on an issue of that magazine. And I'm a Brandy stan. We love Brandy in this house. Really quickly, we just have the logo right over here in this kind of very reflective kind of foil packaging in the font, and then it just says Jai TM right there, and we just have the little Barbie signature logo at the bottom as well as the Mattel logo, and this little baby blue striping on the front of the packaging. And then in the little background right over here in her box, we just have this little multicolored flower over here. Looks like a little gradient fuchsia and hot pink and a light pink at the outer edges and whatnot. And we have the little window, obviously, into what we are receiving with Miss Diva over here. And overall, I do like the presentation of her box. It's very simple, it's very elegant and understated, I will say that. The flashiest part of this is definitely Miss Diva herself. And moving on to the side of the box, it just says My Scene right over here with this little blue color blocking right there. And then as we move on to the back, it just says Barbie at the top. And we have a group photo of all of the divas you could buy in that line. I still really want to get Madison and Barbie. And then we just have a little logo right here, as well as this little text that says, "The My Scene crew are reunited for a tribute to friendship, fashion, and fun. Their exciting lives and adventures came to life on webisodes and even the big screen, from 2002 to 2009. Each episode highlighted the unique style and personality of Barbie, My Scene Jai, My Scene Madison, Chelsea, Noli, and of course, Barbie. They will always be best friends in the big city. My city, my style, my scene." I love how they try to act like Jai, whatever her name is, was a part of the main friend group, and that's literally not the case. They're literally just using her, I guess, to round out this little I guess 5 group of divas, but she was never the main character back in the day, and they only released 1 of her, unfortunately. But like I said, now at least I guess they can attempt to add a little bit more diversity to the My Scene line, because to be quite honest, those dolls back in the day didn't really have many varying skin tones, if I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like I said, her original Gemin and Jamaica doll was literally just a movie exclusive, and then that's it. They stopped producing the character. But yeah, I overall really like the packaging design, and I might even cut this little piece out to hang up on my wall or put in a scrapbook or whatever. But yeah, the only other My Scene dolls that I have right now out with me are my Lindsay Lohan doll. I love me some Lindsay Lohan. We also stand Miss Lindsay Lohan in this house, especially that 2004 album that she released. But yeah, this is the only other My Scene doll that I have out on display right now. I have a couple of other ones, but they are in storage. But yeah, in the next clip, this diva is just going to be out of the box. Here we have our gorgeous diva out of the box, and I will say that the first impressions are incredibly nice. I really love the way that her hair feels. I loved how soft it is and how silky it is, and I honestly love how much of it they included and how much is rooted in it. And I do love the fact that it's just up in this very neat half up, half down little ponytail with a little hair accessory and whatnot. And as you can see here, she comes with her little stand, as well as this little purse with this very cute little patterning on it, and these little sunglasses, as well as the certificate of authenticity. This is very cutesy. I love it whenever they come with certificates of authenticity. Very nice. Now, starting off with her hair color, it seems to just be this very jet black micro braided hair, and I really love the way that it looks. And I will say that mine is very thickly rooted. And she's just got this little half up, half down ponytail with this little flower hair accessory in her hair that's this little like bubblegum pink. And moving on to her face, she's got these very 2000s looking eyebrows, as well as this kind of like pale purple lilac tone on her eyelids. And then right behind that, there's this kind of like brown cut crease. And then on the brow bone, she's just got this like very grayish silver, like shimmery shade on it. And that shade kind of continues like underneath her eye as well. Very, very nice. And it looks almost like she's got frosted eyeshadow on. And for blush, she's kind of got on this kind of like cherry, like fuchsia, fruity, like raspberry tone on. I do like it. It looks really nice with her skin tone. And moving on to her lip color really quickly, she just seems to have this kind of like fuchsia toned like lip gloss on with these kind of like neutral brown like lip liner like along the outer part of it. Very, very nice. I do love how shimmery it looks as well. Like a very frosted kind of like Y2K looking like fuchsia lip gloss. And then moving on to this jacket really quickly, I do really like it. It kind of reminds me of that one Barbie doll line from back in the day where they came with umbrellas, but some of them came with these little plastic coats and whatnot. Very cutesy, very early 2000s coated. And then underneath that, she's just got on this little spaghetti strap top in this like shimmery pink color. And it's supposed to be tied up looking in the front. And moving on to this snatched waist of hers, we've got this very, very cutesy, very, very shimmery and shiny looking, kind of like brassy golden like waist chain. I love how early 2000s this looks. Or if only they had decided to like make the pants go a little bit more low rise. That way like the waist belt could actually stick out a little bit more. Then that would have been like truly like Y2K like club outfits. But like yeah. We got that little flower chain on, and I love how pretty it is. And then moving on to these incredibly gorgeous, incredibly saturated maximalist flare jeans. Can we just take a moment to like adore the way that this like is sitting, the way that it's like just holding its shape? I mean, I know this is like straight up out of the box and I haven't really messed with anything yet, but like goddamn y'all. This is exactly what this is exactly how I'm trying to dress, you know what I mean? Like the colors, the style, everything is just so pretty. And like, dare I say that this is like a little bit Midnight Sun coded. Like this diva definitely listens to Zara Larsson. You know what I mean? Like, I just love the use of the colors, and it honestly looks like a summer like sunset, you know what I mean? Like these very dark like purple colors with this like fuchsia hot pink. And these little like oranges and yellows in it. I really love it. And like it's honestly the most exciting part about her outfit. And I'm gonna show her shoes separately in like a different clip so I can like show more detail, but I'm not entirely sure if you can see these here, but they're kind of these like strappy like heeled like platform wedges with this purple little bow at the front of the strap with pink details. And like a kind of like cream beige like sole and whatnot. Very, very cutesy. And like I said, I will show a much more in-depth clip of it later. But yeah, overall this outfit is like really pretty and like really like on theme for like, I guess that nostalgic like reboot like vibe or whatever the hell. I also forgot to mention that she comes with these little bracelets on both of her wrists and whatnot. And I will say that this little like plasticky piece right here feels really sturdy and not like flimsy or like cheap and whatnot. And like overall, like the vibe of her outfit is just incredibly perfect. She looks like she's going to like an early 2000 themed like party, or like honestly just like out to the club, as the My Scene girls were prone to doing back in the day. And we've seen it in the webisodes, you know what I mean? This looks like a going out to the club outfit, you know what I mean? And I really, really love the design and just like the overall inspiration of it all. My girl Brandy is literally like the blueprint, you know what I mean? And I wonder if this doll is gonna end up on Celebs Who Copied Brandy. Y'all know that Instagram channel? Not channel, oh my god, page. That Instagram page. Wonder if she's already made it on there. But yeah, this diva is absolutely giving like the most right now, and I'm really incredibly happy about it, because I know that like they were going for like the collector's aspect of it all, and that's why they were like at that price point, but now going on clearance on Amazon, being able to like get it is like honestly like much more fulfilling, because I definitely was not gonna buy any of those other divas at full price. I'm so sorry, but bitches gotta pay rent, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I wonder what y'all think about this, and if y'all are eating this release up as much as I did, because something about her is just like entirely what we're missing on like store shelves. You know what I mean? I don't understand why we have to get like why we have to pay extra money for like Playline, like what, like early 2000s like quality dolls these days. You know what I mean? Like these the council over here, you know what I mean? Like this is exactly what we used to like get. Like that was the standard like for Playline, and like now we have to pay damn near $40 like upon like release just to get something very like like thought out and like well quality. You know what I mean? But overall, I'm absolutely like in awe of this diva. I think Mattel absolutely did a really good job on this, and I will give them their flowers. No pun intended, but like this is the only time they'll get their flowers from me, really. This is how her waist chain looks a lot more close up. I don't exactly know if my flash is gonna allow me to like do this like really nicely and show you all the detail, but here is how that looks. And it's kind of just this like little extra piece that like snaps on. And then over here, we just have her little purse and like the details of that. I know it's shaking right now, but as you can see, it's got a little hibiscus flower, palm trees, hearts, and like the Barbie logo. And like yellow, this kind of like salmon tone, pink, and like purple. It's also got really nice like contrast stitching on the sides. And I think they put like some foam in it to like have it hold its shape, but yeah. That's how it looks up close, and I really do love the detail of it all, honestly. Here we've got that much more in-depth close-up of this very chunky, like, almost pleaser looking heel over here. I really love the detail of it overall, and it's very, very cute. I don't have any other Mycene shoes in this mold or in this skin tone, so I'm glad that they at least gave her a really cunty pair, honestly. But yeah. That was basically all they wrote for Miss Jai over here. I'm not entirely sure what her hair fiber is, but it feels really soft and it doesn't feel bad quality, so that's really nice at least. But yeah, overall, I am really happy with Miss Diva over here, and I really hope y'all like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye y'all, stay safe.